Habari ma Africa. Asante kwa kutanzama King Said So. You know, Panyaza Lesufi does not mix his words. Now I understand when I listen to this man more and more. Uguti, why is it people that are saying if Panyaza Lesufi becomes the ANC president, they will go back and vote for the ANC? I mean, the man inspires hope to the African people. The language that he speaks, his body language, his passion when he speaks about African people, you can really feel that it is genuine. Can people really forget about the MK and the EFF and run back to the ANC just because of one man, Panyaza Lesufi? Well, let's listen to one of the speeches that he gave yesterday, and I was so shocked listening to him. I'm saying, this man is brave. I mean, when he says iskati samakwala siphelile, he is serious. He's leading from the forefront, and you can really tell that Panyaza fears football.
Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Said So. I'm your host Kagiso Hlongwane Zinjiva Sono. Asante kwa kutanzama King Said So. Thank you so much for watching King Said So. Kwa kutanzama means watching King Said So. So asante, everybody on King Said So knows asante means thank you. And when you want to say thank you very much, you say asante sana. So today I just wanted to say asante kwa kutanzama King Said So. That's what you say when you say thank you for watching King Said So. Right. So guys, Panyaza Lesufi is the man. Panyaza Lesufi is the man. Gives us so much hope. He's the last hope there in the ANC for us. We don't see anyone. About David Makura want people to write letters to join the ANC. I don't know what they are thinking. That is such a disrespect to the legacy of OR Tambo, for them to request that in the school of OR Tambo, this political school of OR Tambo, that, you know, people must write letters to join the ANC. It's a misfire from the ANC, which is such a big blunder. But I don't know, maybe there is someone that is going to read all of these letters. I mean, imagine how many letters are they going to be, and what will the motivation be? What is the motivation? I can write a letter for the ANC, say, my name is Kagiso Hlongwane. I want to join the ANC because of Panyaza. Full stop. You know, because Panyaza is really giving me hope. He has not yet convinced me that I would go back and vote ANC. Not even close. But there is a hope that as long as Panyaza is there, the Progressive Caucus can work with the ANC. Now, he fired at the DA. You know how the DA has messed up Tshwane, and this is what he said.
Back home, African National Congress. In the last 2 months, the enemy thought that they'll continue to run the Tshwane municipality for life. We've put a stop and an end to them. I'm raising this because here we've touched the nerve of the enemy. We've touched the nerve of those that thought the color of their skin will dictate how they run government. So we've taken over this municipality, comrades, for the betterment of workers and for workers to continue to have their jobs in that municipality. We can't have a municipality that decides unilaterally outside the bargaining council resolution that they're not going to pay salaries increase of workers in that municipality. The first task we gave to our new deployees in that municipality, it was to go back and rectify that misnomer and pay back what is due to workers in that municipality to demonstrate that the African National Congress is in charge of that municipality.
Now, with the ANC taking over Tshwane, because they've got the most of the councillors there than any other party. He knows that they have touched the nerve of the enemies. I mean, the DA does not know what to do. They were even going as far as saying to the ANC, you bring back Brink or else we'll never work with you again. And we know the ANC has called the bluff of the Democratic Alliance so many times to say, you guys, you can complain as much as you want, you will not leave the government of national confusion because you've got no choice. And Panyaza says the enemy is crazy because they thought because of their skin color, they can run government as they wish in Tshwane. Not paying increases for workers. I mean, what is that? Now, Panyaza Lesufi has given the mandate to the incoming mayor and the incoming council to say, you guys, go and look how much we owe these people and pay the workers what is due to them. That is why I'm saying Panyaza is the man. Because once you speak like this and the workers hear what you are saying, the workers are very loyal to those who respect their pay. They are very loyal to those who like workers don't want anything but increase and acknowledgement of them being around. If you are going to be the DA and you're going to refuse to pay people's increase in each year, I mean, the DA has destroyed Tshwane over the past 8 years. I mean, it's such a shame that we even allowed the DA, the arrogant, racist DA that even brought the AfriForum via the back door to come and govern there in Tshwane. And I wish that they must never taste the power again in Tshwane. He has said that we have lost Johannesburg, we've lost Ekurhuleni and won it back. And the biggest pain for them is that they have lost Gauteng and national the elections. Listen to what he said.
We are also coming back to you, comrades, that in 2021 we lost Johannesburg, we got it back. We lost Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, we got it back. But the biggest pain, comrades, was to lose the province and to lose national elections on the 29th of May 2024. And comrades, we don't have to sugarcoat it. I've seen others, they call it the strategic loss, the strategic retreat. We've lost elections, comrades. And if you lose elections means, comrades, that we must bury our differences and unite and prepare for the next round of confrontation, which is the next elections. So we come to you, comrades, to say we need to consolidate your base. And in most instances, comrades, we differ on small things that are not going to build the future for ourselves. There must be no room where we still differ when we are going through this kind of difficulties. I said this at the Lekgotla of the ANC, and I want to say this to you. The ship of the progressive forces is sinking at a faster pace. Instead of all of us trying to determine how to stop this ship from sinking, we are squabbling on who owns the ship. Because you can own the ship, but in the ultimate end, to take ownership of the ship when it's at the belly of the sea, and that ship will be meaningless. So we are coming to you, comrades, to say, let's rise to the occasion and reclaim the African National Congress. And the establishment of Government of National Unity, which is an option that was very difficult for us to accept, but it must not be the end of the National Democratic Revolution.
Many people don't notice this. The ANC has lost Johannesburg. They want it back. The ANC lost Ekurhuleni. They want it back. And you can argue that they are also in charge there in Tshwane. They did a great job. And Panyaza says the greatest pain was losing Gauteng. We know the ANC in Gauteng got something like 34%, which is very weak under his watch with Panyaza Lesufi. But with all the dynamics of what was happening this year, including the new player and the kid Mkhonto Wesizwe, it was just dear makar for everybody. And he says that is the greatest pain, that they have lost Gauteng and they have lost the national elections. And now they can't sugarcoat it. You know, he's not like Fikile Mbalula. Fikile Mbalula would have shifted blame to other people. Yeah, Zuma, hey, this was did that. Panyaza is saying, let's stop sugarcoating things. We lost. He's taking responsibility for not performing properly in Gauteng, and that is a very good sign of a leader there. And he says the progressive ship is falling. I like that. He says the progressive ship is sinking, and we are busy worried about who's going to lead this progressive sink. And I was like, which progressive sink are you talking about? Are you talking about the DA? Or are you talking about, are you talking about the progressive caucus that we know? Or is there a progressive, what you call it, forces in the ANC? Well, either way, he's saying that we must stick together and work together as the ANC so that the progressive forces do not sink to the bottom. That is very good, what Panyaza said. And now he speaks about the government of national unity and some other people trying to silence, the opinions of people who disagree with the government of national confusion. Listen to what Panyaza said.
There are many people that have taken a posture that now that we've established government with various political parties, that government, it means the end of everything. We must not raise up our voices and other things. Actually, I'm scared even to say Amandla, long live the spirit of Erikwala, because I'll be told I'm disrupting the GNU. And we are proud as Gauteng that we've established government without those that are reactionaries and those that are against transformation. And we are proud that we must defend the government that we've established in Gauteng so that we can show to the enemy that we can run government without them, and they don't have a birthright to be in any form of government, and we can dictate terms on our own. This, comrades, is critical because the agenda for transformation must not be at the mercy of those that created the difficulties that we have. If you are going to donate the agenda of transformation to those that have created problems, comrade, forget about that agenda of transformation. And that is why, comrades, we are telling the national leadership the basic amendment education laws, the Bella Bill, comrades, that the president half signed. And we said to the president, it's fine, half sign it. Give them 3 months to say whatever that they want to say. But the reality is that Bella Bill must be implemented in full because there's nothing wrong with that Bella Bill. We can't surrender our well-being to those that opposed us, comrades. And we can't leave this country and we can't leave this world to those that feel that they can oppress us and still oppress our children and our children's children. It does not work that way, comrades. The Bella Bill is simple. All children that are born in this country must be taught by the same teacher in the same classroom. What's wrong with that in our lives, comrades? We can't be and tolerate that language should determine which school you should go, or language should determine which quality education you should access. Here we are, comrade, in one classroom, where somebody speaking isiTsonga, where somebody speaking isiZulu, where somebody speaking iSpedi, and we only go to different classes for that language, but everything we do it in the same class, all of us. What is special with this particular race that they believe they can have the whole school to themselves? We are saying all these schools belong to all our children. And we should not retreat, comrade. And we should not be intimidated. I'm not a product of cowards. I'm a product of heroes. And any person that is a coward, we are politely asking you, the era and the stage that you are in does not need cowards. Mele Saitini, let us the brave lead this particular transformation. And we are prepared to lead it, whatever it takes. Whatever it means, we are prepared to advance this transformation agenda, comrades.
I think Panyaza was taking a swipe at Fikile Mbalula here because Fikile Mbalula is trying to micromanage what people say and how they feel about the government of national confusion. And Panyaza is saying, we don't even know what to say anymore. We are even to say Amandla, because these people, once you say Amandla, they say you are going against what the government of national confusion is standing for. I mean, it's very difficult to express yourself. But he says we must be proud that we have established government in Gauteng without the DA. It's a low ball to the national government to say you guys could not do it in national, but in Gauteng we have managed to establish a government without these white racist people, and we must by all means protect the Gauteng government that is there without I was so happy when they were not involved there in Georgia. And they took them out in Tshwane. I was so happy. I was very impressed. He says a very key thing there. He says we must not donate the transformation of our people to the DA. Don't trust that the DA will miraculously wake up one day and want to transform the lives of black people. It's not going to happen. And Panyaza says we must not shift our responsibility and give it to the government of national confusion. We must carry it ourselves. That is very nice. And he even Panyaza even says the president has signed the Bella Bill half. What is signing half, Panyaza? This I think clause 4 and 5 that were put on ice for 3 months. That 3 months is ending end of November. We'll hear what AfriForum and the DA and the white monopoly capitalist is going to threaten Cyril Ramaphosa with, because I agree with what Panyaza is saying. Language cannot be an exclusion for our children to go to certain schools and not attend certain schools. Growing up in many boarding schools myself, I know the impact it has. We were wondering, why is it that the Afrikaans classes are performing better than the English classes? In average, they teach them different, they carry them different, and they transform the minds of their children. Why do you think we are building Paseta? Why do you guys think we are building Paseta? Is it not for your children? Is it not for the next coming generation? Panyaza is quite right here. Language must not determine which school you go to. Why is it that we African people can accept sitting in one class as Zulu, Tsonga, Spedi, Venda, whatever? Listen, let's sit all in the same math class. Let's all sit in the same history class, in the same biology. When you want to learn Afrikaans, then we separate, because I want to learn maybe Zulu or whatever. Then we can separate via the language, going to learn the language. But the medium of communication must be English, and then Natima Africa Melis, we must run away from being proud to speak English at some stage in time. And that is why we are building Paseta. So we must stop being cowards. Panyaza is saying he's not a coward. Those who are cowards, let them stand on the side and allow Abu Panyaza to lead. Hey, man, Panyaza is on fire, man. He even spoke about the NHI. The NHI.
Saying the same thing with the national health insurance. Comrades, it must not be whether you have access to medical aid that must determine which hospital you must go to. It must not be whether you've got medical aid, you should have access to experts that are in the medical space. It should not be whether we have a medical aid. When you are in the accident scene, you are asked who has a medical aid, who does not have a medical aid. And those that have medical aid are rescued first, and those without medical aid are ignored. Is it a sin to be unemployed? Is it a sin to be poor? Is it a sin not to have a medical aid? It must come to an end, and the NHR must be implemented without further delay. And this transformation agenda, comrades, we must not retreat on it. Because if we can retreat, comrades, we are leaving pain and misery for our children. We can't be a generation of social grants and make our children to be a generation of social grants. We must reclaim what belongs to us. All the minerals of this country belongs to us, and they must come back to us so that we can hand it over to our children and we can rest in peace that the revolution had a meaning and the revolution will continue. So we are coming to you one by one, comrades. Isikhathi samagwala siphelile. Baboyi abatshethele emraro. The stage that we are in need fearless ones. The stage that we are in need the second revolution. We were excited with 1994. We were excited when we put the ballot paper. The compromises that we made so that we can live with those that oppressed us have now been used and turned around be a weakness on the side of progressive forces. We need to ensure where we are, where we stand. There is no country or inch of our country that you are told it's not accessible to our people. There is a place called Orania, comrade, where it has its own flag. It's its own currency. Their children are going to their own school alone, following their own systems alone, and they think that the best model of a better South Africa. A best model of a better South Africa is when we stay together and share the frustration, the wealth and everything of this country together. It can't be when it's bad, it's us. When it's good, it's them. Everything that is bad belongs to all of us. Everything that is good must also belong to all of us so that we defend a truly non-racial government. We can't be good when we watch rugby together with them, and we are bad when our children must be in the same classroom with their children. We need to change that and take over these particular progressive forces that we have. So,
with me, the NHI, I think that money can be used to transform public hospitals. I honestly think the NHI is a bill that is going to cost government billions of money. You know, I honestly think that we can fix public hospitals to a level that people will not see the need to have medical aids. I remember when I had my first accident, bus accident. What grade was I? In grade 4. I was in a school called PS4E. It's in Astress there somewhere in East Pretoria. And I remember when the ambulance was there, the people asking people, who's got medical aid? Who's got medical? I didn't even know at that age what medical aid was. Apparently I had medical aid because my mother was working for government already back then. But the pain of seeing people who are in serious need of medical treatment being left, and the one who's got just a small bump here on the head because of medical aid being taken to hospital. He asked a very valid question. To say, is it a sin to be unemployed? I think he was just supposed to say, is it a sin to be black? Because we are the ones that always catch the short end of the stick when it comes to these things. But the NHI, I honestly believe, take that money, transform hospitals by putting the right management there, the right people there. The public hospitals, they've got the potential to beat the private hospitals. Just buy in the doctors and just pay the nurses properly. I promise you the quality of public hospitals will improve. But anyway, that is just my opinion there. Speaking about Orania there, speaking about how they teach their children. Why are we building Paseta? Can you say that? Panyaza, we must invite you at Paseta. We must invite you at Paseta. And also, speaking about how we South Africans like to pretend over this thing of saying we are a rainbow nation only when we are playing rugby, but we can't be a rainbow nation enough to be in one class. Panyaza is killing it, but Panyaza, I know you have respect to Panyaza. And he also attacked Helen Zille and the DA to say they are not a faction in the ANC. I mean, not a faction. They are not an alliance of the ANC. They must stop dictating what the ANC must do.
Forces that we have. So the African National Congress, comrades, the contested terrain. It's contested by those that believe they can control it from their own political parties. Helen Zille is not a member of the ANC, and the DA is not in alliance with the ANC. They must not dare try to dictate what is happening within the structures of the African National Congress. The ANC belongs to us, and it's up to us that will dictate where it should go. It will never be dictated by Helen Zille and the DA. We might be in government with them nationally, but they have exposed their limitations, that they want even to contradict our president when he speaks with the people of Russia. They want to contradict our president when he advances that the transformation agenda. So we come to you, comrades, that if they've been sitting on their laurels to think this revolution has been achieved, you are wrong. We are entering the next tough, difficult phase of our revolution. If there is somebody who actually delegates as a voter, it's immaterial now. We need all of us to stand together as Africans in particular and demonstrate we fear no one. This country belongs to us. We'll defend it with the last drop of our blood. And those that think that they can hijack the ANC and hijack the alliance, they are wrong. The ANC is unhijackable. It belongs to us and we'll defend it forever. I wish you well, comrades.
I don't know why is it that the other ANC leaders are so afraid of voicing out their distaste of the Democratic Alliance. I've heard Fikile now and then speak, but not as harshly as Panyaza speak. The DA is too arrogant and too racist, and they are attacking the ANC, and they are making it clear that they don't agree with the ANC. You know, and the ANC must stop laughing with them, because the ANC must understand that Democratic Alliance will never leave the government of national confusion. They can't. They know the EFF is in that door once they step out. They can't. They can never. And the EFF will not be a difficult client to deal with compared to the DA for the ANC. In fact, with the EFF, it will be smooth sailing. The only issue they will have with the EFF is this Phala issue. That's the only good, because once the DA steps aside, they're going to make sure that Phala is back in parliament and everything, just to see what is going to happen. But then the ANC has to make a decision. Do they want to protect Phala over over the party? Because we know money was stolen there. Now the SIU is turning around saying they are not going to prosecute anyone. I mean, we know what is going on there. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about Phala. Panyaza says we must stick together as Africans. I love the spirit of Panyaza. And that is my call to you guys to say, while we are busy building this school, the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture, come with us. And don't be left out. Do not allow us to fail at your watch. Do not allow us to fail while you can help. This thing is for us, by us, for our coming generation. You know, our children are all we are thinking about when we are busy building this school. And there is nothing else that matters. That is why we are asking, because as Africans, sibaningi in South Africa. Sibaningi emhlabeni jikelele. We are so many. We've got numbers. We don't need for big contributions. And I think those who are able, because there's people that donate more than 1,000, people who are donating 250, 300, 500 and the likes, 50 rand, 100 rand, 200. It's appreciated. But honestly speaking, this school, we can build it in less than 24 months just by contributing 50 rand each month. If 10,000 people can just contribute 50 rand, I know it's very difficult to get to 10,000 people, but I'm saying if you can just play your role by donating to the Pan-African School of Economics, Technology and Agriculture, PASETA, the difference, you're going to see it each and every month. So I'm asking you guys, please don't give up on us. Remember, we started PASETA 21 July. We have a website. We have a team. We have a committee. We have different types of committee. We've already established PASETA Namibia. We've already established PASETA Lesotho, Uganda, PASETA Angola. We are now doing PASETA Botswana and PASETA Mozambique. We have already established all of this. It's already a movement in Africa. It's not something that is a joke. We have managed to get our website. We have managed to get, the website running there. You guys will see we're launching a page on the website. We call it the community hub, where you guys can go and chat like you are chatting on Facebook. Go and post your things. Like I will be posting it very soon, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because you guys said we as Africans must have our own social media spaces. We will be having that very soon. And we want to make sure that we show you guys the fruits of your money. I mean, the land. I mean, how difficult is it to get land? How much is it to get land? How much convincing did we have to do to speak to the landowners that own more than 2,000 hectares to say, guys, from those 2,000 hectares, give us something that we can, build for the next generation. It's not easy. But you guys have seen with only 3 months the amount of progress that we have made. And in the next 3 months, you guys are going to also see progress. And remember, that, on March 2025, we're having our fundraising because we need serious money to start digging the foundation. We can't start digging the foundation with 50,000 rand and whatever. We need serious money. I'm believing that we'll come out of that gala dinner and fundraising event with $1 million, with the celebrities that we have in South Africa, with everyone that we have in South Africa. I believe that day we're going to come out, because I'm just going to put the plan of the school there and show you how much each classroom cost and everything. And you will raise your hand. You say, King, I got you. That gate that you said it cost 20,000. I've got the 20,000. Here is it. Put the gate in tomorrow. And those lights that you're talking about that cost 300 rand each, I'm buying 20 of them and everything. We're going to have so much fun. 2025 March, we'll be having our fundraiser PASETA right here in Berkeley West. So be ready, guys, to come to Northern Cape and come and see the great work that we are doing here. I mean, I can speak the whole day with this thing because I'm so passionate and emotional, actually, because I'm happy to see African people standing together. So thank you so much, guys. Let's continue to ride with this spirit Abu Panyaza are putting out there, this positive energy from the EFF, from the MK party that wants to unite African people. Until we meet again, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child, do your best so that God can do the rest. Nakupenda sana. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.